Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, I want to remind you that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Madam Chair, over to you.
Mr. Danjo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ma.
You are welcome back.
Thank you, Ma.
Council, we may proceed.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson and the Honorable Commissioners. Yes, Mr. Danjo,
Yes.
we will proceed from where we stopped yesterday.
All right. Okay, pass.
I want us to discuss the issue of loans. Loans that were contracted by the area council during your time.
Okay.
Now, I will just refer to the special audit that we were discussing.
Yes.
On page 29.
Page 29. Okay.
The findings were that an amount of 26 million $894,000 $181
$181.
Yes. And 2 bututs where loans were contracted from various banks without approval from the ministry. For there is a table to show you what was taken in what period and from which bank and the amount. Yes.
That
on the 13th of January 2020,
2020,
1,600,000 from Trust Bank.
1,600,000 Trust Bank.
You recall this?
Well, well, I cannot ascertain to say yes, I have remembered or I remember it, but all I can remember is that we have taken loans. Yeah.
Now, were you seeking the consent of the General Council before you contract these loans?
For General Council, I discussed at the General Council sila blessing there la janning COB any step towards it. Yes, any loan before it get matures, the General Council must sit and discuss and agree to it before the CEO will go ahead with it.
Do you have the approval? Do you have the resolution that will indicate that the General Council gave approval for contracting these loans?
For a resolution also to the member la General Council is itale kachata inata benkanto puruka jin juloldi wala kata. A resolution na minister kono. Yes, the resolution will be with our ministry.
The findings are that there were no General Council resolutions, granting permission for the contracting of these loans. Is that not correct?
Akobare jero to chisisro jero emenke je wala iko resolution man soto mi alonko abota General Council mense ka sembentu ya ko sign julo sitanore ako aman soto. Resolution passed the General Council. I disagree. I know that a resolution was passed from the General Council.
Yes, so we will need these resolutions.
Ako sign besularing yung besulalan yung resolution.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Now, the total I've already informed you.
You may wish to note what you have been asked to provide for us so that you will not forget. If you have a pen and paper with you there, you note it so that you will not forget.
Ako sign men yanta ning kay to din peno be bulu je. Fengo fen dul sulata la wala ngeni ning kamen na ya safe pour isa je ko haklo kanabo.
Okay.
Have you taken note, Mr. Danjo?
Yes.
All right. Council, we may proceed.
Now, Usman Ture, you know Usman Ture, the Chief Executive Officer?
Yes, I know you.
Usman Ture lonne ba memo chief executive. Yes, I do.
When asked about these loans in his statement of the 21st of May 2023,
Ako kabari anjinin ka nying kola ate ala kalmon mi alanko a dile 21st of
May 2023,
May karo 2023.
he said, on loan matters, I am aware that Basse Area Council obtained short-term loans from various banks to facilitate staff salaries and 1/6 and 2 long terms.
Ako ay jine kalam tajede ko basere ila ira council ikata multi mi alonko ye julo sotole mi alonko kamen for short loans and in long terms loans ako kalam tajede.
For the construction of 3 bridges,
Ako wala rin menti wala mo ka salolo bentara fo sali saba.
the Samba Lolo Bridge,
Wala mo samalolo salo,
Sonkunda,
Sonkunda salo,
Bajakunda,
Baja kunda,
and a feeder road connected to Sara Mansa and Sara
silo
Bojo
pero silo mi alonko ya do hule menta kata sare.
from Supersonics, that $10 million is from Supersonics.
Mi alonko tata fo wili tang membota supersonic 10,000.
And $5 million is from Vista Bank.
Ako milyon lulu wo bata damen do wala Vista Bank.
Now, the Vista Bank loan facility was a General Council resolution.
Ako bara Vista Bank wala julo woketa General Council la resolution odi.
All this is on the third page, sorry, the first page, the third paragraph.
Ako ni ajube jimbebe kay to follow kang paragraph sabanjangot.
It says the General Council resolution that prepared a power of attorney through the council's lawyer.
Ako je nata fako General Council ye rila resolution o me adada men kama wala mo ye power of attorney soto la lawyer pro la lawyer ya dada.
Did you prepare a power of attorney
Ako fo
during your time?
Wo wato fo itene ye power of attorney dada dun ne ba. Yes, if I don't forget, I think yes, I prepared a power of attorney.
To who was the power of attorney given to?
Ako wo ya dinu jumala wala ya dinu jumala.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
I cannot remember that now.
Who was your council's lawyer?
Ako jumala ba atol la council la lawyer.
Well, permanent lawyer, definitely.
We don't have a permanent lawyer.
What does that mean? How many lawyers have you had during this period?
Ako mo na itan ye lawyer jalle soto no wato nyinko no.
It's just that issues sort many more concern, more contact, a lawyer contact. Like we once contacted the late Ibrahim Akiyera.
It happens that whenever the need arises, we choose or we just feel to choose any council we feel. But I can remember an example. There was an occasion when we contacted Ibrahim Akiyera.
Yes, any other?
Anin Juma Koteng.
The second one, Menkada Marshall Code, we contacted Lawyer Ablai Fati.
The second one concerning the market, we contacted Ablai Fati.
Third one?
Sabanya Odung. These are the people I can remember.
Now, who prepared this power of attorney?
Akonyim part of attorney Ninkum Jumal Bulule Yada.
Possible as Keno Ibrahim Kijaradi, but I'm but possible as Keno Ibrahim Kijaradi.
It may be possibly Ibrahim Kijara, but I cannot remember fully.
Now, so the General Counsel was given a power of attorney to who?
Akosa General Counsel was a power of attorney Mendi Adinu Jumala.
Most didn't understand.
I don't understand the statement.
Who was given the power of attorney to the lawyer?
Ako Jumala power of attorney dum lawyer Nimbulu.
Or who was given the power of attorney to the CEO?
Ako wala Jumala power of attorney sama kadi CEO la.
General Counsel agreed at the council meeting.
It was agreed by the General Counsel at the council meeting.
What did they agree?
Ako ibentak mukanto munna.
To approve lawyer gibe mensi power of attorney that amole mensi council loan contract no nyame.
For them to check or see which lawyer can be able to prepare the power of attorney for us so that we can secure these loans.
Power of attorney given to who? Who was the power of attorney given to?
Ako power of attorney
who was the attorney?
Ya di Jumal la ninkuma be Jumal to la Jumal attorney tije.
Did the CEO?
Ibrahim Kijela la prepare mole.
It's possible.
CEO identify price loan on behalf of the council. One of them, I can't remember exactly. But either CEO or the Basse Area Council.
I cannot remember exactly, but I think it was Ibrahim Kijera who prepared on behalf of the CEO at the time, because he's the one we left. We give the powers for
or the Basse Area Council
transact the loan or the Basse Area Council.
Can the
these are the tools. I can't remember exactly.
Does the General Body Council have the right to issue a power of attorney?
Ako for General Council body ye janto soto the power of attorney dada.
Well, it was a resolution passed at council that loan contract.
All I know is that it was a resolution that was passed and it was contract for the loan to be contracted.
You don't know, but you said it was a power of attorney that was given. Even if it's a resolution by itself just stands. Do you need to prepare a power of attorney? You don't need to do that.
Ako bari ifang ko power of attorney. Ako bani resolution olem ni wolota kita fenti mi alam kalota. Ako tama fang kahana manjari power of attorney. Dada, okay.
Maybe that's what maybe bank mentioning kamol.
I think that was what bank requested from us.
But you don't have the powers to do that.
Ako baral na symbol sa wala nyantol bruka okay. Our thinking, I think we believe that the General Council have the powers to do that.
The powers you have is just to pass resolutions.
Resolution on pass.
And those resolutions, in fact, must be in line with law.
And those resolutions
must be in line with law. The General Council exercises its powers by passing resolution.
Ako General Council wala kaya sembo itandidamento wala kaya sembo tamandidamento wala mkaje ko resolution will pass.
Is that not the case?
Ako fo abang ko nya.
Nga tela biro fe ngolo mo General Council power ni sorone pour ka resolution pass. And the resolution passed ning amendment as far as loan contraction is concerned. Ni bank may request no ninsa provide no. Then it's all provided at that point in time.
Yes. At that time, our thinking was that, or my thinking was that they have the powers. The General Council have the powers to pass a resolution. For that, we can be able to. That can make us secure the loans. For that, we were thinking it was right.
Now, the issue is again: did you seek the? Number one, we need the approvals by the General Council? And number two, were you securing the approval of the minister in all these loans?
Ako be sura men na wala mu kaje ko General Council la approval wolu isulata wala. Fulanya ngo abe ni ka kan ako fo wato ite ibe minister la dimfen ko si chokan ne ba.
Lead council nga fole last statement okono.
I said that in my last statement.
Ka itandila ko at that point in time any request number from Basse Area Council.
That at that point of time any request from Basse Area Council.
Musa Drame as minister.
It was at that time Musa Drame was the minister.
Any request from Basse Area Council, it got turned down.
Anything requested from Basse Area Council, they always turn it down.
That is a general statement.
So,
and then it is not law that when you have a request, it has to be granted.
Ako amanda ke luati luama londiko kapogoni fenomen linkawala kaneng inyantale kadi.
It is not a right that when your request must be granted.
Ako fanang amange nyanto te kafogo. Sa fenomen nini karo kata anyantale kaso yasoro.
So if you have a specific case,
ako signing wo sifa kata wala ite sifa soto.
That you have put up a request as a council.
Ako kome council di nata request ke.
And you feel it was supposed to be granted.
And it was not
granted.
And we man now okay.
Give us the case. Give us the evidence of application and refusal. And tell us what your opinion is. Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have a specific case for that?
Yes, I do.
Yes, tell us now.
Loan contract from Supersonics and FI Bank. And that it's one example.
These are the examples, the loans that we secured from FIB.
FIB and Supersonics.
And Supersonic.
You wrote to be cleared for $10 million loan from Supersonics. Number one, where is the evidence?
Yes, we wrote it.
Number one, where is the evidence?
Well, near CEO that produce evidence produced no inside.
If you CEOs ask, he might produce the evidence because right now where I am, I cannot be able to.
No. I did not put you where you are.
The
CEO.
I don't say you brought me
exactly.
Here.
Then we are on the same page. Then your problem is your problem. So that when you make assertions and we ask you whether you can prove it, all we are interested in is the evidence. These are your assertions, not mine. The ones that I have been putting to use by way of allegation or by way of findings, that I have those evidence. So if you have evidence of what we are saying, it's your responsibility to produce it.
And you
have the opportunity to produce it. And we are interested to see the merits of the assertion. If we think that the minister did not exercise his powers rightly, we will say so.
Akos je naketa wala yemen foko wala night atonya da ko tonya le yemen for minister amala sembo samba nyama wala la kula mat atanya ma bo ifan.
But first show us the evidence.
Ba ko are follow ye sedi jaro li tandi.
Do you have it?
Ako faabe bulle I don't have it here with me.
Until you have it, we are moving on. Is that fair?
Ako sign then
yeah, that's fair.
Ako to you for dandi basot la continue.
All right.
Now
the issues regarding the loan, we will move to another issue because The evidence that we have asked that you will have time to produce, if any, that is the consent of the General Assembly, the approval of the minister, we will need that. And then where you have evidences to provide to show otherwise, it will be welcome.
Ako hani sa inde mbe otula jele bari sa ye men foye min nyimbeto men foye isani pour ifan ya samanang isani ni ya na samana ya landi commission nyati ko la ke sedo di.
But as it stands, we don't have evidence of any, either the application.
Ako barabe damen to sa ndolman sedo soto for application lembang.
Or, sorry, the approval from either the minister or the General Assembly.
Ako wala mu approval oti kasilo di for national the ministry lembang for General Council.
Now, the Director of Finance, Mr. Lamin Suso.
Ako sa ngin nata na flora karola membe mararengala ikamen for Lamin Suso.
There were several transactions that were happening between Lamin Suso's account, business account, attend to account.
Ako kujama tamata de Lamin Suso fangola account or la konto do memo afango 30. I mentola attend to account.
And the council's account.
Aning atol fango area council ni la konto.
Through council staffs.
Ako andu meng wo tamandi ro be men ke wala me or ko be tamandi wol keta atol fango la do kulalti men mo Allah.
Most notably Ndaba Kurubali.
Ako jama fango menta fengera je wolo mi kamen fo Ndaba Kurubali.
Now for the findings on page 30.
Ako ni tata kaito to ni Mauritania bo wala 30 page 30.
It says that the finance director has a personal business account called Alatento Agency.
Ako je wala kisisro me yitandi je men safe je wala ko finance director mem Lamin Susoti ataya fansum konto soto e kamem for Alatento account.
Alatento Agency.
Excuse me, Alatento Agency.
Located in West Coast.
Anung ate wo fengo nyimbe damento wala mu West Coast.
And the findings revealed that the finance director used his business account in council's operations.
Andung gefanang inata itandiko ate director ni hani sa inde atla o konto akawotale akadundi council laning tamandiri nyaning kon.
By depositing council revenue amounting to 6 million.
Ako jama council la na fulo wala ila kodomenta ta fo will million woro akawdundi atla konto.
481,000.
Willi chemenani willi tansei anin nan.
$61.
We dalasi taworo anin killing.
Into his business account by revenue collectors.
Ako ikawodundi wala akawodundi ala akonto to menuka usabu wala munyina matala le kamen for revenue collectors.
Were you aware of this business accounts?
Ako sanyi ngaro menti fo ite nying fahamuru ye wo faham leba wala ya karamta non neba.
Ngabe nga faham bilin na system audit ni kada ware because yala system audit ni yala personal bank account request.
Yes, I think I became aware when this system audit was done because what happened was that they have requested his account book.
Ni all mal account request non da lon non so birial account request le in arrange transaction de.
Hadn't his account was not requested, I will not know. But after they have requested the account, that was the time I became aware.
So what did you do?
Ako sa kabri ite o kalamtaroke ite na tamoneke.
Nga ministry inform governmental man rights on ka staff discipline man rights on ka staff by so the only discipline can work ministry inform.
I think we informed the ministry because we don't have the powers to punish or discipline any staff or dismiss any staff.
So you informed the ministry how?
Ako san iko ite chiwaro di ministra ya di ala nyadile.
Well, audit reporting de la General Council la resolution General Council bentamen fe on Suso's issue.
That is to just to have the audit report and that of the General Council's agreement upon Mr. Suso's issue.
What is the General Council's agreement?
Ako General Council wolden takando munila.
General Council ni mani na yemens savait to ministry wolon ka itande ko Suso e ko men ki janga anen loi man trañola anen silo man trañola kili.
Yes, if I don't forget what the resolution was, is that what Suso have done was not right and it doesn't match with the act. And the monies that have been to his account, let him try by all means and brought the monies back to council.
Now,
by the service council now upon then the service council replace
and he was appointed by the service commission, then let the service commission decide about his fate.
Do you have those correspondences?
Ako correspondent wol kachanyi wala o kumol la fanya kang fo correspondent be bulle ba.
na file hono
It might be, it will be in my files therein.
Okay, we need it.
Ako be sura in wol fanana ya safe pure kananyina.
Okay.
There was an issue of an overdraft too.
Overdraft.
But again, before I proceed, the issue of Lamin Suso, without evidence of actions taken by you and your council, it can be reasonably concluded that you haven't done anything. Now, the overdraft balances says that the bank statements, review of the bank statements and balances of council,
bank statements and imbalance of council.
There were huge overdraft balances in its Vista Bank account and Trust Bank account.
May I be guided?
But huge overdraft balances in its Vista Bank and Trust Bank. And this was at the time when Lamisuso account was heavily credited. Now, why these overdrafts, which totaled 2,430,000?
Overdraft for
2,430,000.
413,000.
$792 is
$792.
31 bututs.
31 bututs.
Well, overdraft
what I can be able to say or explain about this overdraft.
Go ahead.
Anytime we took overdraft, it happens that we have a salary issue.
Yes, yeah. You have the necessary clearance. You don't have the necessary clearance.
Approval. Clearance or approval.
Maybe from the general council, but from the ministry.
Maybe if we got it from the general council or the ministry.
No, not from the ministry.
Not from the ministry or might be the general council.
Why will you proceed to not secure an approval yet go ahead to get to have these loans from the bank? Why would you do that?
First of all, 2018.
First of all, at the time I was coming there, 2018.
2 million overdraft at Trust Bank.
I found a total amount of 2 million overdraft at council.
I don't council lojo na time.
Andong?
Na council lojo at that time.
It was our council who have paid all that amount when I came.
Statement request sent to the ministry. Minister bring a council especially the chairman.
I said in my statement that any request I do, it will never be honored due to the fact that since we have a problem with council.
So I discuss at council level, at council level, we go ahead and let them contract overdraft for us.
So whenever we met at council and we discussed and we had an agreement, all we need to say or we say to them is that let them agree and we go ahead with it.
Mr. Danjo, The law says you must get an approval.
Ako luade wo men for ako wala mo inyantale ka silo soto wala mo approval.
You did not get an approval.
Mambala wala. Nsonta wala. Wala local government act nsonta wala.
I don't disagree. I agree. That is in the local government act.
You did not get an approval.
Ako ite ma approval soto.
Why go ahead when you don't have the powers to go ahead and
ako munati na alnata continue kata wa tra nyantol ta bulu prale okay.
Ngamen for ni nga safe ministry a turned down general council sontaro we go ahead then ka ko nyal
as I said earlier on, anytime I make request to the ministry and they turn it down and we met at the general council and it is agreed, we go ahead.
Do you have those powers?
Akofo alio sembol soto leba.
Well, according to local government act master ka tell bro.
Yes, according to the Local Government Act, we don't have the powers. We just do it.
Why would you do something you don't have the powers to do?
Ako muna na ikakuke mi alako manyanto soro purikake.
Council la haju tanno la nje mo kili tar janara afa wata kenola. Wala ka nga kede.
Council's business or needs cannot be lying there because of somebody say it will not happen.
But because you mismanage the council's funds.
Ako bayri ni ajuwe council la soro fengal wala la naflo allocate amande anyama. Ole katina. Yes, when you say that, yes, we are mismanaging it. Yes, I agree to that.
Yes. So if you mismanage the funds, you cannot now blame an authority even if they refuse that you get loans or overdraft because you are not doing what you are supposed to do. Ako
san amunta ko na fulo membe bulu wala inyanta menka mo okay o kasara. Ako menka o dungi bulu ni na ta ko te kaya ni nga pra o dila atisot na de.
At that point in time, more mismanagement at BASSE area council at that point in time. Minister
point of time, minister cannot say that there was a mismanagement at BASSE area council. The minister
Why?
Cannot say that. Why? Yes.
So minister mismanagement before telling
yes, if there is one, we will be aware before the minister became aware because the auditors have been there and we will know that there is a mismanagement before he do so.
No. But at the time you are applying for an overdraft, it's because you don't have funds in the account. It's just common sense.
Ako ba hini ajube fa ako man ko ya ako wato men na iteka ujin karo ke wala ka request ke pour overdraft ako wotu mo na flow wala ko do tatol buluje.
If you apply for loan, it's because you don't have a dollar into your account. That's just common sense. So that means your accounts, there is a problem because every single time, if you look at even in 2020, you look at the loans you have contracted. You look at the periods that you have contracted loan, you realize that your accounts were just at was red throughout.
Akoniaje watol men alkanyin julolta akwatra alla konto kono fennete je atata fo line or kamen for red line.
So yes, there was evidence of mismanagement because we were applying for loans anyhow.
Ako jere je wo asedata le ko tonya pasalo siata dunjal man ko dol mara alkatinyale nyinatina alka julol men ta data siya kana nyaaw
Manson wala kabako coming 2020 be pasal loje manson wala because remember a council ta entile but na revenue mention na what a council la could be settled at the same time despite the fact nga kodo mention na atabe kenola.
I disagree to say that in the year 2020 we were mismanaging those funds. I said no to that because even the revenue that we were collecting at BASSE area council cannot be able to serve us on our own needs
because you don't have proper accounting. You can't account for the monies you collect, and you just say that you don't have adequate revenue when you can't even tell the people how much you collect from them. I have the report here in 2019.
Ako ba ni ajube to na to ja ko do ni ko ma akame fo wole be kerinde wona fulo alka pasar le ba ni ajube fango akata jawnya nyama ite motol fango ta fodo la ko nyin ko do men ka bo lempol to wala ka lempol la ko do ka menjo nyin nangam le jota wala nyin ne bije ko dile to to aka be kasara la nyin ka tan alka dum julu no wala ji alka ta don to la.
Well, ma fo mismanagement man soro je bare ko mi ka bako nga revenue men ko soro na o ben na ko be ni to be satisfy la man son woto la
No, I don't deny that there was any mismanagement. Yes, of course, there was a mismanagement. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the revenue we were earning cannot be able to serve the council.
But it will be able to serve you properly if it was managed properly. Let me tell you why. Because in 2019, I'm reading from the report.
Akoni ajube navulo alka mensoto adoya tanyonya siata nyonya nalka topoto no wala ka ke anyama. The
2019 report.
Ni ajube at a report of member bulu memo 2019 report.
The National Audit Office.
And the National Audit Office.
You understand?
Ya faham.
To start with this report, you will realize that you have your financial statement there, right? Is that not the case?
Yes, I'm listening.
Good. Now, let me tell you what the auditor's opinion was. Before that, you will see the financial statement and notes to account on page 11, where you have stated your revenue to be 21 million.
Follow ibe kaito jilami alonko alla sotonyalu aliala ndidame wala aliya safedame ako follow ba jila ko menta telefo million muang aninkling
634,000
wili cheme woro tansaba anin woro
$791
kata cheme woro la anin taworo la anin
$791
kata cheme taworo la koronto anin koronto
and 9 bututs.
Kata bututu koronto.
And then your expenditure for the year,
ako alla depanso alka menke sawonin kono
22 million.
Akata lefo million muang anin fula
85,000.
Willy Tang say anin lulu
$551 is 12 bututs.
Cheme lulu
551,000.
Ako cheme lulu willy tan lulu anin lulu
12 bututs.
Ak bututu tang anin fula.
There was a deficit of 450,000.
Ako bare deficit biye wolem julobi yemenda for $450,000.
$760 is
$760
3 bututs.
3 bututs.
Do you understand that?
Ako yo fahamle.
Do you understand that?
Okay.
Now, the auditor noted that there was no bank reconciliation that was performed. This will find on page 12 of the report.
Number 12.
Let me read to you word for word, verbatim. It says no bank reconciliation was performed for the 6 bank accounts of the council. No reasons were advanced for the non-preparation. The implication is without irregular reconciliations, errors from both the bank and internal records could be passed into the final report as the financial statements. And this will affect the reliability of the financial statement. Do you understand that?
Yes, I'm listening.
So that your financial statement is wrong. You agree with that? Without a bank reconciliation, go ahead.
I'm listening whenever you.
Without your reconciliations, your financial statement cannot be correct.
Financial statement
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
Exactly. So that there was all reason to conclude that there was mismanagement even in 2019. You know, I said 2020, but 2019.
Ako ni o korosi plata no ma ya korosi ku ya jubi. Ako to ja information na le wala mo abeson na le ko. Ni mismanagement of our amanda 2020 de. Kabirin 2019. Ateka 2020 level but kabirin 2019. Adalita.
What do you have to say?
Ako yamune so de men follow.
First of all, love council may understand.
First of all, what I want council to understand.
Yes.
Finance director appoint.
We don't appoint financial directors.
Kabiri 2018.
Since I was coming 2018.
My finance director, I think he was even acting among full finance director.
The finance director that I found there was even an acting finance. It was not a full director.
Another acting finance director.
And he was moved, and another finance director was brought to us. We worked with him up to the time he went to studies.
Financial statement was a problem for him.
But for him, he don't hide anything. He told plainly that financial report was a problem for him. But he have a way of doing it.
Now the position you advertise.
Then the position, we advertise the position.
Service commission advertise.
Service commission?
Well, the position you advertise.
It was the service commission that advertised the position.
And position at a bachelor's degree holder, minimum qualification.
And the position attract a bachelor holding position.
The former assistant acting finance director,
the former acting or assistant finance director, Abubakar Kante.
I applied.
He applied.
Lamin Suso applied from Brikama.
At that time, Lamin Suso too applied while he was in Brikama.
But the service commission at that first advertisement.
But the first advertisement, that service commission.
They said
Babukar Kante and Lamin Suso were not qualified to mount that position.
So it re-advertised.
So it will be re-advertised again.
To our surprise, Babukar Kante was dropped. Lamin Suso
and Lamin Suso was chosen.
Why were you surprised?
Because the first advertisement service commission called Lamin Suso and Abubakar Kante were not qualified to man that position.
Yes, because the first application, it was said by the council that Lamin Suso and Abubakar Kante were not fit to hold the position due to the qualification.
Because a minimum qualification, bachelor's degree, none of them knew also.
Because the minimum, they said bachelor, none of the two got that.
Nina Lamin Suso appointed to BASSE Council as finance director.
Then there they took or picked Lamin Suso and appointed him at BASSE as the finance director.
And the Lamin Suso implication on the Brikama Area Council when he was finance manager, history bail on Brikama Area Council.
And all the implications while he was at Brikama as the finance manager, they all know all his implications therein.
If
the council turned a black eye to it and employed him as BASSE Area Council,
the service
commission turned a black eye and employed him as the finance director at BASSE. If problem arise there, who should be blamed first before blaming council?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking.
Yes, I'm asking you.
If the service commission did not employ according to the correct grades.
Service commission according to the correct grade.
They should explain why.
Mr.
Danjo? Mr. Danjo? Can you hear me?
Yes, service commission.
I want to be clear. You say service commission doesn't employ who?
So then, if the service commission did not employ in accordance with the correct requirements.
Ako ning service commissioner mota do ko la melan ko woning yoko la nyama mantanyola.
They should explain why.
Ako wolu nyantale asenandi munati na okera.
When you realized that there was no competent finance director, did you write?
Ako kabri na ta kalam dale ko alla finance director manke moti mi alan ko competent ako hoy safero ke le dumba.
To query?
Pour ka itandi wala ka query.
Hakilo tagal but I'm so serious safero ke non to ministry ka la ministry waitandi.
If I could remember fully, the CEO have written to show the incompetency of the said Lamin Suso.
We will wait for that. Why you not the same council that rejected the findings by the internal auditor against the finance director?
Me alonko ale findings reject le mental me alonko yakele finance director.
Very well, ngakele bot dalilo kam.
Yes, very well. We did it upon a reason.
Yes.
Okay,
but it showed you,
or
it shows that you were back in the finance director who you are now saying it was not competent.
Finance director is competent.
Your thinking at the time, your opinion at the time was being reflected when the internal auditor highlighted some serious issues. If you had the same issues you have had with the finance director, it's not the case.
Internal auditor report of 5 days on reasons audit.
Yes, I said so because the reason why as the internal audit, this is the reason why we brought the auditors to audit it.
Not true. Misleading. We don't have the letter to say that you wrote because you think that the internal, external, the system audit should be done purposely to verify the findings of the internal auditor. That is not true.
External auditor samananje puruka jube ko yalla internal audit la ko kana o kisi ako man tonya.
That's not true.
Well, for me it is true.
Good, but prove it.
Ako ha anin tonya le aitan ni molla.
Proof la bari nga internal auditor na le audit ke system audit ke.
Yes.
Ye la misusola account sultan ye collect with the council's account.
Yes, I do because I brought the auditors there who did a system audit and took Lamin's account and it was audited.
Not true. We are saying, look, we are contextualizing the questions and the answers. We are saying that the auditors that came for the step audit, they found it strange that the internal auditors' findings were rejected. If you had written to them to come and audit based on the findings of the internal auditor, they would not have raised the issue that you rejected the findings. So you did not write to the ministry. Neither you nor council nor the CEO to come and examine or investigate the findings of the internal auditor. You did not do that. That's not true.
Now my question to you, council, is that the internal auditors who came there, did they came by themselves or who brought them there?
Answer yourself. Answer your questions.
We wrote to the permanent secretary. Auditors la system of audit la.
These are my answers. These are my answers. As I said, I wrote to the ministry to say we need 2 auditors and we will finance them, their accommodations, all what are needed.
Mr. Danjo.
Yes.
Let me tell you why you are, I believe you are misleading.
Number 1.
The council rejected the findings of the internal auditor, correct?
Ako council auditor, internal auditor la report alia reject le kodi. Yes, I agree.
Now,
Ako sign.
if the intention was to call the external auditors,
Ako ning atola miro wala muka external auditor sol kumanina.
based on that or those findings by the internal auditor,
Puru ibaje ko men kama wala mu auditor la alla internal auditor la report wakang.
why did you not just take that report?
Ako muna sabu almo report sika.
Instead of rejecting it,
Ka bangal
you write a cover note
ale cover note safe.
and send it to a body you feel they are more competent.
Kana ka ki blato mial ko allata wala ko wolle lonno soto.
To say that we have these findings by the internal auditor,
Ka itandi la ko ntolla nyinde na internal auditor la findings lem.
we have a problem with his qualification.
But ntol dal nga jube nyamen atla longoto adasatale.
We want you to investigate further on this.
So mbe lafring atolla mial ko latela sa
That is what I am saying never happened.
Ako ate ka wala itandi la ko wo sifa nene
If you
man.
say it happened, it is not true.
Ako fanan niko ha aketale ako man tonya ya. What I'm telling you.
No, I answer the question. I have simplified for you.
Ako abe from fanchele du sa nyanto menti we o follow
I have said.
Ako I meant for
nga accept le kontele internal audit la report nga reject le. I accepted that.
I agree. I accept that we rejected the internal audit report.
That's not the issue.
Auditor la na fanang until they suffer to the permanent secretary.
And those auditors they are coming, we wrote it to the permanent secretary.
Okay, yes, I agree.
But
that's what we are talking about.
Ako mantra ole foka.
Yeah,
what we are saying is,
the general council rejected it.
Yes, I agree that the general council rejected the report.
But what I'm saying is, when you wrote for the system audit, you did not write to request for system audit based on the findings of the internal auditor.
That
is the point I want you to accept. That you did not write to request for audit based on the findings of the internal auditor.
External auditor le kaitan nila ko pruye naje ila nada ro menti walem kana ka chisro ke alla internal auditor ala report ka
mambala woton sonta wotola bari faranga ben fa wolon ko ndelle il fanan invite kana audit sonta même fo
I don't disagree. I agree. I go continue no.
Yeah, so that was why I was saying
ako nyinatina kafo nunko.
If you had problems with Lamin Suso's qualifications, you would not have rejected the internal auditor's findings. You have just used that as a basis to invite the external auditors. You, as chairman, the CEO and the finance director. You were just working, do they say hand in glove or hand in hand? Which one is correct?
As meant for hand in glove or hand in hand?
We have the teacher here. Which one is more correct? They say use the more correct one. So you were together, you conspired.
Because you didn't
do anything.
It's true, we don't do anything, I agree.
All right, Mr. Danjo.
Mr. Danjo.
If you get tired of my questions and you accept everything, just know that you are accepting things based on your own position. We had repeated this over and over again that you have the right to not agree. We are only going to confront you with the facts. If you have better facts, if you have better explanation, if you have counter evidence, the commissioners are here to listen. The commissioners are here to listen. And it will not be, for us here, we are not worried whether if you prove us wrong.
Akon tolu membe sirinja won tolu wo kay mang data je fa hanata isa itande dolla ko memento wo manke ko man soto.
Do you understand that?
Akaya faham.
Yes,
I do.
Now, the finance, we have discussed the finance director's withdrawal as well on page 33.
The financial, the financial director ala withdrawal sakoro member ni page 33.
You and I had agreed that these withdrawals, you did not supervise them.
Ako ite nata albeson taleko ni withdrawal solo al ite mas supervise.
Council did not supervise them.
Council mas supervise.
Which is a requirement by the financial manual.
Anu wakeda nyanto timi alko financial manual ala ni.
With respect to the thresholds.
Ako kajube threshold la kuoka.
Correct?
Ako manko nyao. Yes.
That so that when Lamin Suso withdrew 4,183,000.
Kabri Lamin Suso 4 million withdraw 4,183,000. $500.
I think you say that in Mandinka. I think you are very comfortable with Mandinka. The figures are important that you say in Mandinka. Let's take it again. 4,000,000.
Ako million nani.
183,000.
Willi cheme willi tanse anin saba.
$500.
Dalasi cheme lulu.
That on page 33 of the system audit.
Unprinted.
33 of the system audit.
Ako keta damende wala mo kaito mem number mo 33 of the system audit.
That these amounts were withdrawn.
Ako nyin nangamol wala nyin kontolo ay wol bondile.
From various councils' accounts.
And amanke ka alla kontekli alla kontolo jama ka bonni wol.
And for instance, you see the implication.
Ako ni ajube ikaje implication on member kono.
As stated by the auditor.
There's
a risk of fraud and mismanagement of Brikama Area Council funds. That making such huge withdrawals.
Brikama Area Council.
Sorry, BASSE Area Council.
BASSE Area Council.
Thank you. Making these huge withdrawals from the BASSE Area Council account.
And akakodi jamani kodo mialanka siata ko ole bonni alla BASSE la konto do.
Indicates a huge control weakness.
And there's a
risk of lack of compliance. You agree with this?
Yes.
Good. And when you look at this, you see that the compliance we are referring to is the regulations as outlined in the Finance and Audit Act
and the Finance and Audit Act
2004 for local government
2004
and the Financial Manual
for
local government. You agree with that?
Yes.
Which requires that there shall be a threshold. And which means there shall be a limit that the CEO can approve. Without your clearance. You agree with that?
Yes, I agree. I think yesterday we discussed about that, and I said that I agree to it. So we walk past that.
So that if all these things are happening, in your statement, you mention, and it's only going to be fair to you, that what you wrote, that we give you opportunity to state it. That in your statement for the Danjo of the 7th of November 2023.
For your Danjo 7th November 2023.
Where you disagreed with me. First, second page, third page. The second paragraph. The 14th line. Where you said lead council from 2018.
Lead council about 2018.
When we were elected, we started to roll out developments. Just hold on. There was one that you clearly stated that you do not agree that there is no development, that you failed in your development.
But
if you see it, just point us to that page. But let me just read this one. That first, we paid almost all the counterpart contribution to Gambox. Boreholes were dug in all the 7 districts. 4 districts benefited from the capital projects. And more others. So if I heard you saying that you at Basse Area Council did not bring any development for the people or taxpayers of URR, it looks so funny to me that it was only in 2022 that we were unable to embark on development projects. And that is also due to the loans we were serving, and that there is no rural council that has carried out such types of projects in the past 5 years. Do you stand by that?
Yes, I stand by that.
In the face of all these managements we have talked about, that you dug few boreholes and mismanaged millions of dollars, that your finance director mismanaged more than $51 million. If you had drilled 6 boreholes, you could have had 500. You call that development? That is funny to you?
Well, not a development. At a fair development, but
for you, it is not a development, but the people that it is benefiting, or the beneficiaries, or the one it is serving, they know that it is a development.
Because they know you scam them. They know you mismanage their funds. And so they
also sell in the domestic market. What that will do is that it's going to remove 40% pressure on the naira. So because you see